refugee representative Joelle Hangi, who is Inclusivity Lead at the Global Platform for Action, for her keynote address, which will link the COP28 and the GRF Climate Action Multi-Stakeholder Pledge. Joelle Hangi, please join me.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to take this opportunity and talk about, of course, the video that you have seen. It's a reality. Just to introduce myself, of course, again, my name is Joelle Hangi, originally from DRC Congo, and I've been based in Kakuma refugee camp in Kenya for more than a decade. And currently I'm working at the Global Platform for Action on Sustainable Energy in Displaced Settings, the GPA, as the Inclusivity Lead. Most time when I meet people and talk to people, they always ask me, why do you care so much about climate and energy access in displaced settings? And it's a moment that I enjoy the most because it gives me an opportunity to share what it means for millions of people to have access to clean energy, which is so much connected to climate change. Myself, living in Kakuma refugee camp, have experienced a lot of challenges. And of course, challenges means, becoming stronger. The limitation that I've seen from not having access to clean energy for both, cooking and lighting, but also the limitation to grab opportunities online, as we know all that, the online world is now driving and everyone is currently working from online. For displaced person, it's not really a reality because most often you'll find that no access to electricity, for example, is something that is limiting them to access more opportunities, like work opportunity, as well as studies. And I've seen a lot of my fellow refugees passing their dreams to the next generation because they have to cater for the young one and making sure that they can see the next day. It's so sad because life in Kakuma refugee camp or in all other camps is not really easy. Speaking of climate change, honestly speaking, climate change is affecting millions of people, especially in camp settings. In a matter of seconds or hours, of course, you will see your effort, all the things that you have been working for many years vanishing because, yes, heavy rains, extreme weather is really affecting the life of many. And as an insider and an outsider now working in the humanitarian sector to support my fellow refugees, I came to realize that it's really important for stakeholders to come together in order to address the challenge when it comes to climate change. For so many years, people have been working independently, but of course we have seen that this is something that is not working, and it's only coming together that will make us stronger. A flashback back to 2019 at the first Global Refugee Forum, which I was so privileged again to be part of. It was a moment that brought again hope in the lives of refugees and many displaced people by seeing a lot of pledge and commitment coming from different people. Of course, the pledge cut across different areas, including policy, shelter, livelihood, health, and energy. But the increased number of displacements as of recent years is telling us that we need to do more. And I'm so pleased to see a lot of people again coming together this year, today, because they understand that there are more that is still needed, and what is still needed is here, and we can do it together. Last week at COP, I was there, And I was so pleased to see that people are moving towards ensuring that displaced people are also part of the conversation, but moreover, seeing the language being translated into more inclusive approach, and having the name of refugees as part of these big documents and agreements is something that is so encouraging, and it gives us all hope that we can do this. It's a fight, we keep on pushing on a daily basis, and we can do it, of course. And just to emphasize on one thing that really captured my attention during COP is the Loss and Damage Fund. This fund is coming. Of course, we have to walk the talk, but at the same time, we have to be prepared in terms of how to ensure that this fund is reaching the most affected people, including refugees. And on top of that, it's not just a matter of, again, the thing that has been happening, developing something outside the camp, developing something where refugees don't have access, making sure that this time refugees are part of this conversation. Refugees, they do have important inputs, they do have skills, and they can do it. It's really important to ensure that they are included in all steps, including policy, implementation, evaluation, and of course, together we can do this. Thank you very much.
No, thank you very, very much, Joelle. Your message is very, very clear. First, you spoke of the specific situation of what refugees living in camps, and there are quite a number of refugees around the world living in situation of camp, and you said how living in a camp as a result of the effect of climate action, either a drought or floods, you find yourself in a situation where you lose everything, and that, I think you described it very, very well. The importance, and you said it, that we all come together, whether it is during the COP or during the GRF, this coming together that you stressed about is also essential. The fact that this COP displacement was on the topic, and that is also, I think, a result of the fact that the Director General of the COP28 came to Dadaab, came to a refugee camp for probably the first time that it happened, to really understand what being a refugee and what living in certain context meant. And you also made reference to the Loss and Damage Fund and the fact that refugees have to be part of the conversation. The fact that you were the keynote speaker and launched that conversation, I think, is a strong testimony to the importance of refugees being at the center of the conversation. So thank you very much to you, Joelle. I think we can start now the first panel, Co-Leadership Transformative Vision for the Climate Action Multi-Stakeholder Pledge. We will now start the first